Now, Alex, in addition to the takeaways you want to just spoke about, employers also need to make sure that they're communicating their expectations effectively to their employees and managers. What should they do to communicate those expectations?
The first thing they should do, again, is consider whether there are key policies to create or revise to address the new workplace concept. And these are going to include policies we talked about, like health and safety related things, health and safety, workplace violence, workplace harassment, accommodation, as Awana mentioned, drug and alcohol policies, privacy policies. And this is what employees can leverage to reiterate expectations of what privacy employees may have, or more specifically don't have, to sort of cut off at the pass some of those concerns about monitoring. Workers' compensation policies may need to be updated, codes of conduct, and this is something that we're going to talk about more specifically on day 2 in our session on conduct and workplace investigation issues. Employment standards related policies like Awana mentioned, and also employees may need to consider putting together a new work from home policy or updating their existing work from home policy to address the fact that the reality has changed, and maybe include specific measures to set and communicate expectations with regards to regular check-ins and check-in requirements, how they're going to take place, and also issues like Awana mentioned about whether or not there will be an allowance or an opportunity to take office equipment. And policies are also a good way for employers to reiterate confidentiality expectations, and they may also want to communicate and reiterate expectations that are in confidentiality agreements or in a provision in the employee's employment agreement. And a second component of making sure that these expectations are communicated is training, because if you have everything perfectly papered but you never tell anybody and you don't roll it out, it's not necessarily going to help you meet all of your obligations. So employers are going to want to make sure that they're still meeting all of their training requirements, training for employees, even if they're working from home, and training for managers that may need to be more specialized, again, for things that might cause more difficulties in the work from home context, like detection and response to domestic violence issues. And also specifically on how to manage remotely, because as you mentioned, a lot of managers haven't had experience with this, and it does require different skills and considerations.